Welcome back to Western Australia for the second stop of the World Surf League Championship Tour. The drug-aware Margaret River Pro. Round 1, heat number 10 features a former event champ, Michel Bourez, won his first ever Championship Tour event. Then he had about 5 events in a row where he was getting knocked in round 2. As we watch this one, right into the pit with Connor. Looking for the exit, he's not coming out, so next section goes to Michel Bourez. It's a wide open pit, and he comes flying out. Drills it off the roof, and Bourez capitalized on having great positioning and getting so barreled. He comes out and will wait for scores. Meanwhile, the rookie Joan Duru getting started. All setup work to gather some speed. Now slowing down. Picking up the pace again for the end section. He has the line. Will he make it out? He punches free. Duru. Now a big carve to seal the deal. An important section to make.
That was a gift for Michel Bourez, wasn't it? I mean, all Connor had to do was come through that section. Let's have a look. Takes off, just wiped off a little bit too much speed. That wave just rattled off perfectly. And then Michel drops in, stalls, pulls up into the barrel, and just comes flying out. Could have still been in there had he slowed himself down enough, but didn't want to bite off more than he could chew. He wanted to just make sure that he made that barrel. As he goes down, Michel spins around and goes, I can't believe my luck. Have a look at this. Perfect positioning there from Michel Bourez. Comes out standing tall. The waves are absolutely firing here this afternoon, and Michel Bourez will get the better of that exchange.
I just remember watching movies. I think yesterday I watched like 10 on YouTube. There's so many movies of North Point guys getting so bad. I was like, oh my God, we're gonna get this like 8-10 foot. Like it'd be a dream, you know. So it wasn't 8 foot today, but I mean the 1.8 I got, I'm stuck with that, you know.
Might not be a pro surfer, just to show them a part of the world that he's seen so many times. That changed the experience for him as well. Big bottom turn into a heavy section for Joan Duru, but he misses the grab.
That thing was really hollow and really thick.
As he picks himself back up, Michel's going to take the next wave. Stretching this one out down the line, he's forced to kick out. Connor with priority, 17:30 to go.
Guys get wiped out like that. Let's have a look at Joan Duru. Very similar wave to Owen Wright as he drives off the bottom. Now he needs to hit the brakes, which he does. Looks for the grab. Watch the back foot, Joe. See that back foot slip forward and goes down. Oh, there's so much momentum moving forward that it's almost like his body was moving forward. The back foot just didn't want to stick.
It started off really slow, but now I feel like from when Owen surfed, you know, that it's really started to get a lot more consistent, and you'll see a lot, you know, we've seen a lot more barrels and kind of sick waves come through.
Yeah, and what about your brother's commitment out there? He fully had a dig. He was on that inside ledge looking for those double up ones.
It's going to be interesting as we watch Connor. I love this, just waiting for the barrel. He knows he's got to set it up. He knows he needs to get a tube right to try and answer back to Michel Bourez, just getting clipped right there. So trying to, you know, maximize the time behind the curtain.
All of the competitors, everyone's sort of guessing. They get a little game plan of where the first call will be from, and then they're seeing where they're going to be performing. This is Connor. He's got a wide open section to run through and gets clipped again. He saw the end section shutting down, so he had to try to punch free. Michel's on the next one, a solid wave. Huge pumps from deep on this one, but he won't come out. A big effort for Michel, who went the distance. And you saw him start becoming a little bit better with his strategy, picking the right waves. This was an absolute bomb that he took off on.
I know, just driving through that. Was there an opportunity to come out? No. Even to try and manufacture or sneak out through the bottom, not an option. Then Connor driving through this little inside section, just got clipped right there. That was a tricky wave to ride. Question for you though, you know, you say how Michel Bourez charges.
At the time, it was blowing minds of guys that were on tour at the time, where there'd be some pretty low scoring heats. These days, it's impossible to be on tour at this level without looking over the ledge of an absolute crazy one. Sometimes surfers come in and talk about being frightened in their heats.
Yeah. Connor, unlucky for Michel not coming out of that barrel, but just the way that wave looked, to watch him driving through the tube, double pumping through that thing, just giving it everything he had, that would have been a 10 for sure if he came out. And then Connor just had to take the rest of that thing on the head.
And he's going to consider this one. Bourez can have it off him if he wants it, and he's going to take it off the Californian. Michel, just all setup work so far, and he's over it.
Joe, the door's wide open. I mean, a 7.0 required from Joan Duru and an 8.67 for Connor, so...
In sport. Now he's world #1. Surf today and charged. He'll have to deal with round 2 potentially tomorrow with Michel Bourez packing an inside section. Even with the backwash, he'll maintain control to back up his 6.83.
Yeah, smart from Michel. You know, he's in that third priority situation, so...
Remember, second and third not eliminated, but you have to deal with round 2. Thinking about that at the box, it's going to be wild to see. Medina has Wilcox, Wilco, Nat Young, as we watch Joan Duru going for a big full rotation. He's out the back.
You know, where is it going to be main break, pumping main break, or the box?
Connor Coffin now, always stylish, has a ton of speed. Where is he going to put it? Above the roof for a big punt. Puts the landing on the roof, but it really came down to taking off on that wave that Connor was too deep on.
You know what, it was all about positioning, Joe. I tell you what, lucky dip out there this afternoon. Michel Bourez had that little bit of luck that we talked about that you need in this day and age. Went his way, and that one wave was the difference.